Warning, Hebrews Toys Reviews is not intended for children. It is for adult collectors and people over the age of 18.
Hello everybody, Hebrew77 here, and welcome to Hebrew Toy Reviews. Now, I know that we're in the middle of Star Trek month, but as I mentioned in my last video, Target has exploded over the last couple days. Not literally, but they've exploded with Masters Universe Origins figures. And today we will be talking about one of my most favorite Masters of the Universe figures of all time. Yes, Ram Man. And here's why. Check out these few clips of Ram Man's antics. Now that you've seen those few clips, today we will be talking about the Masters Universe Origins Figure Deluxe Ram Man. Ram Man in all his glory, that's right. And I can't wait to get this guy out of his package and look at him and take all the parts out and get to talking about him. Because not only is he just any ordinary Masters Universe Origins figure, but he comes with his original gimmick. That's right, the spring-loaded gimmick where you press down, he pops up. I wonder if there's a switch on the back. Anyway, we're going to get to that and a whole lot more here today on Hebrews Toy Reviews. Don't go away, folks. And here is good old Ram Man. Yes, sir. Boy, does he look good inside that package. I gotta tell you, I was a little comprehensive about something, as I said, that has gimmicks on it. However, I love this figure. I love the original figure anyway. We'll see if I'm in love with this figure or not. So here you have, right here in the package, you have deluxe figure set, and the reason why they call it deluxe figure set is because it comes with so many accessories. But you have Ram Man here, and you have his alternate head, which I'm not sure what to think about the alternate head just now, but it does seem to cover up the mouth, but we'll find out about that once he's out of the package. He has his original axe, which emulates and resembles the original axe for the original Ram Man from the original line. I like saying the word original a lot. And here's an axe that I think probably resembles his Mattel collector's axe, which I never did get that figure because he was way too expensive. And it says here, spring-loaded body that blasts back. Modern retro play. And here's some artwork of Ram Man launching himself out of nowhere as he springs into action, pardon the pun. And here on the back of the box you have Skeletor and Fakor. And Fakor is on the Roton, as you see here, and Ram Man springing into action as he goes right after Faker. And here they show the instructions of how to use Ram Man, and it doesn't look like he has a switch at the bottom of his feet, which the original did. It looks like, judging by these instructions, you push down on him once and then press down again, and he springs into action. And it shows here him holding both X. Twist the power battle position. So he is more posable apparently than the original. And here's the cross sell for these figures, which I do have. Battle Armor He-Man, Battle Armor Skeletor, and Pantor. And of course, I did see a lot of Clamp Champs and Targets, so I'm not worried. I might end up getting him next. So now that we've seen Ram Man inside of the package, let's take a look at him outside of the package. Here we go. Here is Ram Man outside the package, and here are his accessories. There's the axe that I mentioned. There's the extra head, and we're going to try some of this stuff out here in just a little while. Here is the hand, and here is his original looking axe. Now that we have him outside the box, let's try the gimmick that is mentioned on the box. So you press him down like so, and then you gotta press him down again, and there you go. Now, one or two things that I've noticed about this Ram Man, and we're gonna go over every square inch of him. The first thing is the wristbands that are on the wrist are painted on, which is very interesting because in the original Ram Man, his armbands are stickers, which were easily lost, and over the years they just came faded and came off. As we can see, he just looks every bit as good as the original Ram Man. Although I will say this gimmick thing, whoops, I don't guess I should do it on my computer. This gimmick thing just isn't quite the same or as good as the original. So we have the greenish legs, which are a little bit more mobile than the original Ram Man. And on the bottom of the feet here, we have peg holes, which every one of them do if you want to put them on a figure stand. His arms move up and down and sort of bend at a 95-degree angle, which is good. So you could pose these guys, you could pose Ram Man a little bit better than you could back in the day. And one thing I noticed about this Ram Man is if you look at the top of his head, it actually has battle damage. So that's kind of neat. If you look at the back, he has a black belt which goes all the way around, and a skull, like a pirate skull, on the front, and the really big belt buckle, by the way. Now that we've seen his figure, let's take a look at the original and do some comparison. And here are the two Ram Man side by side, and you know, I gotta say, they look identical. Like, if you, besides a little bit of paint wear on this one, and the obvious choice to go with a darker green color on his leggings, if you just saw a picture of them and didn't have them physically in your hand, you really, I mean, just look at them. Can you tell the difference if I didn't mention there was a difference? And here's what I'm talking about with this one. You had the stickers. My Ram Man, my original Ram Man, is in really good shape though. And here is how his launching thing works. So you press down, he's squashed down like that, and then boom! You had the little lever there on the things, and you know, compared to the other Ram Man, I'd have to say his lever action, to me, even though it stuck sometimes, just a little bit better. Now, even though I do like the damage feature that's on top of the head, I'm not quite sure I agree with that sentiment, because Ram Man could bash through just about anything. Here is the Ram Man with the different head. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like it. Now this, of course, Ram Man, his armor hair has sort of a rubbery thing to do with it, and I'm sure the arms come off just like they do of the other Masters Universe Origin figures. Whoops. And of course his, like I said, his legs move, the boots move just ever so slightly. So what do I think of this figure all in all? Well, he is pretty alright. Like I said, he's a good match for the original when you put them side by side. My only gripe about these newer figures is that each of them come with the same comic book. Like if you buy them in a complete wave, you're going to get the same comic book with each and every figure, and until you get the next wave. Masters of the Universe back in the 80s was so inventive and so much more imagination, and they worked so much harder, and they put out good quality stuff. Well, look at the stuff they put out. I mean, this action figure is over 40 years old, and this figure is brand new. And if you look, it looks like you can see red almost starting to appear on his build immediately. But each and every one of those figures back in the day came with its own unique comic book. And these guys are just so lazy that they made copies of the same comic book and gave them out to every single one of the figures that came out with that wave. That pretty much is my only gripe with this figure, and that's going to be a gripe with a lot of the figures on the line. But overall, I would have to give this figure an A+. He looks good in appearance, and his gimmick is, well, he has a gimmick as well. So there you have it. There's my review for the 2021 Deluxe Figure Masters of the Universe Origins Ram Man. Wow, what a review that was. I gotta tell you, I had a lot of fun doing this review, going over the different variants of Ram Man and things like that of that nature. You know, I've been holding on to a lot of these other Masters Universe Origins figures. In fact, the very next Masters Universe Origins figures I want to talk about was one of my favorite as a kid growing up from the original toy line, and that's Buzz Off. So we will be talking about that. And remember, Star Trek month will continue. And also remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. I'll see you next time.
Hello everybody, Hebros77 here from Hebros Toy Reviews, gently reminding you to please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see and want more content, and please remember to hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss anything. And until next time, remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. I'll see you next time, everybody.